Okay, guys, I got a phone call and it stopped my video. So now I'm going to finish this chapter and start the other one on a second video. So here we go. Now remember, they put all their bottles and everything out and they're waiting for the storm. So the storm moves quickly. Just as we have everything ready, the first drops hit my face. I look at the sky and feel another drop. It feels cool. And the thought of having full bottles of water to drink again is exciting. The storm lasts a long time, and I know the fire won't continue, but that's all right. I can start it again. We pull some twigs and branches underneath us so they'll stay dry. Getting comfortable is not that easy, but somehow the younger kids fall asleep. They are curled up side by side, snoring away. Rory and I can't seem to sleep, though, even after I started the fire again. It must be so cool to have a dad like yours. Remember, Rory's dad is an adventurer and he writes books about it, going on his adventures. I say to Rory, thinking about all her dad's books. I guess so. I mean, if you like that sort of thing, all I ever wanted was to be like other kids, Rory says with a big sigh. I wanted to play sports, not fly off to the Grand Canyon, Niagara Falls, or the Sahara Desert. I've even been to the Taj Mahal. You know what that is, guys. It's a big castle-like building in India. But I've never been in a soccer game with a bunch of friends. And Tyler says, well, I would love to explore all those places. I say, but she looks kind of sad. I can't imagine what it would be like if I had those adventures. I have loads of friends, and it's not that great, he says. Rory is laughing, and I'm not sure why. Tyler, you are my first real friend, and I had to meet you on a shipwreck. That is pretty sad. We travel so much it's hard to make friends, so I just read my books and take pictures. That's all I do. I'd like to see some of your pictures sometime, I say, trying to get comfortable enough to sleep in the sand. After this trip, my mom will never let me go anywhere again. You'll have to email those pictures so I can pretend I'm with you on your next trip. You think we'll have another trip we'll be found? Rory's biting her fingernails. She's getting a little scared. I know we will, Tyler said. We're doing everything right. Our parents are looking for us, and we're going to make it as easy as possible for them to find us. We need to do more tomorrow, a better shelter for the little kids. Then we better get some sleep. I lie down and roll toward the fire. Something about a fire always makes me sleepy. Good night, Tyler, Rory says as she yawns. Good night, Rory. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 3. And remember, Tyler made a fire in chapter 3. Rory helped do an SOS on the sand. Tom gets hurt with a splinter, and Willie is collecting coconuts, and Julie's just full of energy. So now we go to chapter 4. And we won't read the whole chapter because this is getting a little long. So you've got 2 videos to watch tonight. The first one that got interrupted and this one. So we'll get about halfway through this chapter. It's time to go into the jungle. I know it's important, but the rest of the group seems to think we should stay put and not move. Now, this is the beginning of chapter 4. I feel something quickly crawl across my foot, and I kick it across the sand. A huge crab is clamping the pinchers in my direction. That little crab is the least of our worries. There are way more dangerous things out there. Maybe if I was 6 like Julie, I wouldn't worry so much, because I'd have no idea how bad it is. We gather all the coconuts from the edges of the jungle. It won't be enough to feed us for long. There is no sign of rain, so we can't count on that for more fresh water. It's time to be brave. Go in farther to get more food and look around. It hasn't rained for a couple days and we need fresh water. We need food. I went fishing but had no luck. Why did I think fishing with my granddad last summer would be enough of a lesson? Apparently he didn't remember much, huh? We had poles and bait, but really Granddad did most of the work. This is totally different. I try to use a stick I sharpened into a spear, but the fish are way too fast for me. I remember one summer we were driving through the smallest state in the United States, that's Rhode Island, by the way, and saw men in the water with rakes. My mom told me they were gathering quahogs. They are like clams. So I decided to try. I remember you need to wait until it's low tide. I have the group help me make a rake out of our gear and some sticks. When we find some clams, Rory tells me they are called cockles here, and they are good to eat. If we steam them, they will open. It's hard to do over the fire, but we are finally able to. The problem is they are slimy, and the little kids don't like them. We need other kinds of food that they'll eat to stay strong and healthy. Rory, are you ready to do more searching? I ask as I tighten the laces on my sneakers. Do you think we really need to go in there? Rory asks, folding her arms over her chest. She's a little scared. That's where the food and water will be, a reminder. We'll run out of food and water here on the shore. Rory and I jump when we hear a weird noise that sounds like someone throwing up. It sounds like that because it is. Willie is sick. Willie, are you okay? I ask, feeling queasy when I see him throwing up. Willie struggles to respond as he bends over and holds his stomach. Rory looks way better than I do as she goes over to him. We need to help him, she says, sitting close by. Willie, everything is going to be all right, she says. She's trying to make him feel better. Doesn't that make you feel better when your mommy hugs you or your daddy and says, it's going to be okay when you're not feeling good? Well, that's what she's trying to do for Willie. What's wrong with him? Julie asks, starting to cry. Are we all going to get sick? I think he might be dehydrated, Rory says to me. Quietly, that means he hasn't had enough water. Look at him. He seems really tired, and his lips are so dry. Those are the signs. We need to find more water, I say, relieved that Willie is sitting up and looking like he's at least not going to be sick anymore. Okay, guys, we're going to stop right here because this is another 7-minute video. We're in the middle of chapter 4, and we'll take up that in the next video for tomorrow night. I love you guys. I'm really happy you're liking this, and there's all kinds of adventure books for just us kids. So we'll see about it. If you like this, I'll read you another one. Love you. Bye.